welcome to Trashy, where we take a dumpster dive on this week's garbage people and a look at all the trashiest news stories. My name is Erica, and I am your host.
My name is Cassandra, and I'm your other host. And Wednesday, Adams, you better stop playing with that dog bed. I am recording a podcast. My dog's
Professionalism.
My roommate's dog is not happy that we haven't, they haven't been fed dinner yet. So there's a lot of pug action going on behind me, but that's okay. How are you, Erica?
I'm doing great. I had my last day of work this week. I'm going on PTO this week, so today was my last day of work, and it felt good. I got a lot of stuff done, and I watched some Leah Remini Scientology.
Ooh,
the aftermath.
The nails. Yes.
She is a vixen for those nails.
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm also leaving town this weekend, going up to San Francisco with my partner. I've only been to San Francisco once in my life, and it was with my mom and my mom's dog, and it was only for like an hour or two, so it wasn't like my favorite like travel experience, because it's like honestly like it's a very stressful city to drive in, and it's not a city like that you want to have just a dog on a leash. At least it wasn't back when we did this in like 2012. And then we had fish and chips on the Fisherman's Wharf, and then we kept driving. We're like, okay, well, fuck it, because we were driving up to Washington from LA. And so then we're like, all right, let's just get out of here. And then something happened to me because of the fish and chips from the Fisherman's Wharf. Something bad happened in my stomach. So when we got to our hotel, I was like, is there a restroom I can use while my mother checks in? And they were like, nope, there's a bathroom in your motel room. And I was like, got it. Went to the back into the car, waited for my mom, tried to make it to the motel room, and I pooped my pants.
Oh,
up pooped my pants.
That is the worst feeling when you grown up poop your pants. I've done it.
That's not even why I'm trash this week.
That's
just telling you, last time I was in San Francisco, I grown up pooped my pants, and hoping that doesn't happen this weekend.
Fingers crossed. But you know what? There's no better bonding opportunity between partners than when somebody adult poops their pants and the other partner has to just be like, it's okay. I still love you.
Yeah.
It truly brings people together, and it's a test of a relationship.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we're going on, we're working on 8 months, I feel like adult poop my pants is maybe like, let me get it a year under my belt.
Okay. That's fair.
Before I, shit my pants. I mean, it's fine. I'm just not going to eat fish and chips off of the Fisherman's Wharf, and I'll be fine. I'm just, anyways. Why are you trash this week?
Well, I feel like last week I somewhat owe you an apology. I was pretty hard on you. When you talked about why you were trash and eating frozen waffles with cheese, I scoffed. And then last weekend, my partner made breakfast on Sunday morning. And what did he make but my favorite concoction, sausage gravy and biscuits? And I realized that I am disgusting because I like to eat sausage gravy and biscuits with grape jelly.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, I didn't see that coming. Wait, where's the jelly? On top?
You just put it right in the middle, like make a little sandwich out of it.
You know what? That honestly sounds fucking good.
It's delicious, but it is disgusting looking.
So you're talking biscuit, grape jelly, and then slap some gravy on top.
Some sausage gravy on top.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's a trash person's food. That's a trash person's meal. But from trash to trash, like that sounds fucking good.
I also eat jelly on a sausage biscuit from McDonald's.
Ooh, now you're losing me.
That's fair. Okay. I knew I had you just dangling on the line, and I knew that I might lose you with that one, but
yeah,
my love for jelly runs deep. How are you, trash?
All right. I'm not happy with myself. There's often times where I'm trash person, and I'm kind of like, well. And there's other times where I'm a trash person where I'm like, this isn't good. This isn't good, Cassandra. I've been watching all the Marvel movies, as
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows. Currently, I'm on Civil War, Captain America Civil War. So I watched Ant-Man and the Avengers, Ultron, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. So those two Guardians of the Galaxy movies, what a fucking delight those two were.
Mm-hmm.
And I have realized I love Baby Groot so much. I love
Oh,
him. I love Baby Groot. And I was like, I found myself wanting to purchase things with Baby Groot on them. And I found myself wanting to go and ride the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland. I believe that as Nancy Reagan has told us that marijuana is a gateway drug to other harder drugs, I believe that Baby Groot might be a gateway drug to becoming a Disney adult.
yeah. That is a tall drink of water for me to swallow, Cassandra. But I support your transition into this,
No,
and
I'm not doing it.
I will get you Mickey ears
No.
with your name embroidered on them.
Oh. Do they make Baby Groot Mickey ears?
Great question. We should poll our adult Disney friends and see what they do. But if they can merchandise it, Disney will sell it.
I feel gross. I shouldn't have even admitted that on air.
Oh my goodness. Let's get into our stories this week.
Okay.
Coming to us from MSN.com, record-holding rabbit allegedly stolen in harebrained UK heist.
The UK police are looking for an Easter bunny-sized world record-holding rabbit after it was reported stolen from a backyard pen over the weekend. Who the fuck would want that?
The big shot bunny is a continental giant rabbit named Darius, and he holds the Guinness Book of World Records for being the longest rabbit in the world.
He was taken from an enclosure in the UK village of Stolton, according to the West Mercia police.
Authorities did not say why they believe it was a theft and not an escape, but they've seen neither hide nor hair ever since. They're having a lot of fun in this article. They're having a lot of fun.
There's a lot of lot of puns. The rabbit's owner, Annette Edwards, claims he was stolen. Please, I'm so upset. Can you bring my Darius back? I shouldn't be making fun of her, right?
No, I think that was like paying an homage to her.
It's just so upsetting because he's such a lovable character.
Although the rabbit can't be bred, he's still high-profile prize that could be sold, according to Robert Kinney, a professional pet detective.
Oh my god, a British pet detective?
Why is that not a television series that I can watch?
I mean, someone called Cumberbatch. What's he up to?
Yeah, he'd be perfect as a British pet detective.
Yeah, I mean, like, you go from Sherlock Holmes to Ace Ventura.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you got to be a special kind of something to be a rabbit person, and especially a special kind of something to be a giant rabbit like breeder.
Well, apparently he can't be bred, but yes, I mean, she had to have. What are the odds that do you think she just got the bunny and then she was like, "Boy, it's this big rabbit. I wonder if he's the biggest one in the world." And then she was like, right.
Yeah. Having a couple pints and it's like, you know what we should do? We should measure the rabbit. Let's measure the rabbit.
Measure him.
She initially offered a 1,000-pound reward for his return, but she jacked that up to 2,000 pounds on Tuesday.
Whoa.
One could simply describe Darius as a big hoppin' rabbit, but police released a more detailed description of him as part of their search.
All right, then, grey-brown rabbit measuring 129 centimeters at full stretch and 7 to 9 kilograms.
That's a big-ass rabbit.
4 feet 3 inches and 15 to 20 pounds. Yeah, that's a big rabbit. That's the size of a small child.
Yeah. That's like, I mean, I've owned dogs that weigh less than that.
I do own dogs that weigh less than that. They're terrorizing me all fucking night. You know who else terrorizes me?
Yeah. Who?
The Princess of Arizona herself, Meghan McCain.
Oh my God. If I have to see one more updo from her, according to thecut.com, the woman behind Meghan McCain's hairstyle speaks.
Weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, something mesmerizing happens on a little channel called ABC. The View airs, and all eyes find themselves unwillingly transfixed upon the head of Meghan McCain. Instead of the typical broadcast downdo, you'll often find a variety of bleach blonde hairstyles that regularly elicit questions from the public, mainly, why? What is happening? Who did this?
Carmen Curry holds the answers. The Washington, D.C. based model turned hairstylist and makeup artist is the creative mastermind behind the fascinating looks Monday through Friday. Though the popular assumption online is that there's some sabotage via glam going on backstage, Curry assures The Cut that her intentions are pure and not at all passive aggressive.
That's my favorite thing is that like you see Instagram posts, like mostly on gay Instagrams being like, this has got to be some sort of gay sabotage.
Mm-hmm. Her hairstylist hates her is the narrative.
Right. But like Meghan McCain could also say, don't do that, right?
For sure. She has ultimate creative control, so she must like it.
She must just love doing fucking wild shit.
I mean, she goes for it with her hairstyles.
I'm looking up some right now. Meghan McCain hairstyles. Oh wow, there's even just Meghan McCain hair today. Yeah, so she'll do like space buns or like all kinds of weird braids. There's this one where she kind of like has like 3 braids, one of them kind of higher like a mohawk and then the other 2 down the side. I have a feeling if she had more than 3, this would be a really offensive hairstyle. Yeah, this is a big energy.
Yeah. Yeah, like something you'd expect to see like in a music video, not in a news type show.
Yeah. And like not on Meghan McCain.
Yeah, I don't think like, ooh, fun when I think Meghan McCain.
No. And also like, how old is Meghan McCain?
Great question, because these hairstyles do the opposite of making her look younger. They like truly bring out her age.
She's 36 years old, and like I'm not going to tell someone she's 36 years old. Who am I to tell a 36-year-old how to do their hair? I like doing fun hairstyles too. I'm just saying, well, I don't know what I'm saying.
They feel very red carpet. They feel very like something you take a big swing in it's often a miss, but it's like those kinds of swings aren't typically, 9 a.m. hairstyles.
I mean, are we just like saying that like we don't like that this like mean Republican lady has fun hairstyles?
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
I think if you believe children should be kept in cages, if you're against gay marriage, if you support certain politicians, like you don't get to have fun hairstyles.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know why it's right, but you're right. You're right. You know what? Maybe Meghan McCain. I almost feel like this hairstylist is too cool for Meghan McCain. Like maybe she should like break up with Meghan.
Ooh, let's get into our next story from ComicSans.com, submitted by Tina Curry.
Ooh, Tina Curry.
Fed up neighbor leaves epic note encouraging woman to break up with her whiny boyfriend.
Wowee. Someone fed up with the drama posted a note to their neighbor to break up with that boyfriend.
The note reads, Dear neighbors and 9S, girl, do everyone a favor and dump him. We don't need to be woken up one more time at 2 a.m. because he can't adult and hold his shit together. Not one more time woken up by slamming doors, stomping feet, and the worst part, hearing his whiny-ass voice yell, What the fuck? You were right to hit him with an ironing board 2 years ago. Your new dog deserves better. Just break up already. Please allow us to go 1 month without being woken up in the middle of the night. Thank you.
Oh my God. What would you do if you got something like this?
I'm dumbfounded because like I agree. He sounds like a piece of shit. But I don't agree with any domestic violence on either end.
Oh, you're saying that there must have been domestic violence because she hit him with an ironing board?
Yeah.
Yeah, these must be paper thin walls to know the specific weapon.
Exactly.
I feel like I would be, if someone sent me something like this, I would be so fucking embarrassed that I probably would break up with this person or move.
I would
Yeah,
move.
maybe
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. I would take it on the road, if you will. I would do a road show.
Sure. Yeah, take that show on the road. I mean, nice that they're taking her side
For sure. Yeah.
because they must hear that, he's wrong. Have you ever had like neighbors, like a thin walls kind of situation?
Today, I typed out a Slack message to a coworker and I said, "I'm so excited. My upstairs neighbors got a new baby elephant." Just kidding. They are being so goddamn loud today. And that
Wow.
rarely happens, but our upstairs neighbors, I don't know what they were doing, but it felt like they got a new baby elephant.
Maybe moving or something?
Uh, God bless them, because they're not doing it right if that's how they move.
I had an upstairs neighbor who I felt like would, like, while she got ready, would put her heels on too early. Like,
Ooh.
because it's like, for me, if I'm going to wear heels out, that's the last thing I'm doing. Like, right before, like, keys, wallet, phone, heels. Because,
Mm-hmm.
you got to preserve your feet. If you have a long night ahead of you, you can't waste, you know, precious heel time in your fucking house. Maybe put them on really fast to see if they match your outfit and then take those fuckers off. So she would put them on and then go about continuing to get ready. And I would hear her boyfriend getting ready also. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, take off the heels. And then
Mm-hmm.
it also felt like they would always just kind of like drop their phone, like just drop it all the time. So yeah, I will say though that I'm pretty sure that I'm the noisy neighbor on top at my current place.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, from all my dogs constantly barking to, sometimes we get bored and then throw like late dance parties. But there's a few apartments in these buildings that like will throw some ragers in inappropriate
Mm-hmm.
times. So I feel like, no one's going to like call the police or something like that.
For sure. You know who, when you should call the police, though?
When someone puts semen on your laptop, just
Yes.
guessing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Oh,
According
oh
to,
my God.
according to NBCLosAngeles.com, burglar pleads guilty after downloading porn during break-in, leaving semen on laptop.
His internet was out. What do you want him to do?
Hey, man, you got to get yours.
Yeah. I didn't steal anything, lady. My internet's out and I needed to jerk it off.
A 22-year-old man pleaded guilty Monday and was immediately sentenced to more than 6 years in prison for breaking into residence of 3 female college students in the city of Orange, helping himself to refreshments and using a laptop computer belonging to one of the residents to download porn and commit a sex act.
All right. Well, that's shitty. I mean, like, come jerk off, but like, stay out of the fucking fridge.
Yeah, don't take their cookies and milk. That's just rude.
Those are for Santa.
Jonathan Jose Ruiz of Orange accepted a plea deal from Orange County Superior Court Judge Gary Polson, who sentenced the defendant to 6 years and 8 months behind bars.
6
Wow.
years and 8 months?
All he took was a couple of pair of panties and he jerked off on somebody else's computer.
Holy guacamole. He was given a credit for 511 days behind bars when he pleaded guilty. Oh, and he was arrested in 2018 because he broke into someone else's place and went through their underwear. Or is this all the same thing?
This is the same thing.
Oh, oopsies. Okay, good. So, his first time. This is silly. I mean, and obviously, like, I hope it was hot. I hope it was worth it and as hot as you thought it was going to be because you didn't get away with it.
No. I think this is a bit harsh of a sentence. The prosecutor turned down a plea deal. They objected to a plea deal. So I believe this is a bit harsh for a first offender.
Right. But maybe it's just a different type of Like, rather than, because you should be punished for breaking into someone's house, going through their fridge, downloading porn on their computer, and then coming all over the computer. That
Yeah.
should hold punishment. But yes, maybe some mental help.
Yeah, something else is going on there.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna learn much spending 6 years in Orange County jail or wherever he goes.
What are you in for?
Oh, I broke into, there's just 3 girls that were in my science class. I broke into their dorm and I jerked off on their computer. What are you in for?
Straight up murder?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, great.
Actually, what I'm serving time for is tossing used coffee cups onto a lawn for 3 years.
Wait, that's wildly specific.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's our next story. That's a fun bit. We pretend like we don't know what's coming. According to BuffaloNews.com, go Buff, it's what Erica said. Someone tossed used coffee cups into a Lakeview lawn for 3 years, and then the police set a trap.
The odd case of the Lakeview litter bug started 3 years ago. Someone driving past a home on Versailles Road in the dark of night slowed down to fling a used McDonald's coffee cup onto the edge of a lawn before pulling away.
The driver did it over and over again, nearly every day since then, throwing 1 or 2 coffee cups, sometimes with soggy cigarette butts inside, out the window and onto the property of Edward and Cheryl Patton. The couple eventually filled 10 garbage bags with more than 300 of these cups. Holy guacamole.
At one point, you're just being a little petty, keeping that many trash bags. They're the victim in this scenario, but like, what's the point of filling 10 trash bags?
Yeah, because what are you going to do? You're going to show it to the guy, or the person? Like, I don't think that they give a fuck. Obviously, you are just exactly where they finish their coffee.
From the McDonald's on 7th Street to your front lawn is exactly how long it takes me to drink a coffee.
And sometimes smoke a couple cigarettes.
Edward Patton invested in security cameras and high-powered binoculars and even waited out in the cold to try and catch the tosser in act. But he never clearly saw the license plate number, and the Pattons remained mystified at who was treating their home as a personal garbage dump and why.
Hey, Edward, maybe invents an offense, my dude.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Again, Edward's the victim in this scenario,
but what is he going to do? What are you going to do? Well, I mean, I guess he's going to do what they did.
True. Earlier in the month, some neighbors agreed to help the Pattons find out why. They set up a stakeout and jotted down the license plate, which the Pattons shared with the Hamburg police.
The officers set a trap, and they pulled over a 76-year-old man moments after he deposited more trash at the Patton's home. They were shocked to learn his identity. He was Cheryl Patton's former coworker, Larry Pope, who had resented her for years. Whoa!
I'm flabbergasted, Edward Patton told the Buffalo News. That is some old resentment.
I love that shit. I mean, this is like the best way to have it done to you because like there's a lot worse things that people can do, like trash you on the internet or something like that. But it's just crazy. Like 76-year-old guys, like every day, like, fuck you, Cheryl. And Monday, fuck you, Cheryl. Tuesday, fuck you, Cheryl. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, fuck you, Cheryl.
Well, Edward Patton is 80 and had surgeries and medical issues in recent years. His wife is 76. Their house is set far back on the property. It wasn't easy to walk all the way down to the edge of the street to pick up cups every day.
Oh, God.
This is amazing. I mean, he invested in binoculars and a video surveillance system, but I mean, I'm just glad they caught him.
When they found out that it was Larry Pope, Edward says, "My wife comes off the couch. She was white as a sheet."
Cheryl Patton had worked for many years at the Fisher bus service in Hamburg, where she was the union officer. Pope was a former colleague, Cheryl Patton told the police, describing him as a nemesis who was on the opposite side of union related issues at the company and who regularly hurled insults and veiled threats at her. Wow.
Don't litter, you know?
Don't litter. Don't spray stuff where it doesn't belong.
100%. Like, imagine if you had some boobies full of breast milk and you just started spraying them everywhere. Like, that's not nice.
That is not nice. According to our next story from ladbible.com.
Oh my God. I'm doing the bit. It's my bad.
Bizarre video shows woman spraying her breast milk around at a festival.
With lockdown restrictions easing in the UK, we can start to think properly about all the things we've missed. Holidays, meals out, music festivals. But this bizarre video from 2019 is just a reminder as to how wild it can get when 50,000 people get together in a field.
The video shows a woman squirting breast milk at her fellow festival goers. It first surfaced online a couple years ago, and to be honest, it never really went away.
The clip filmed by a man, Eric Falcone, shows a woman in what looks to be a black one-piece swimming suit, costume, or leotard, along with a cap, sunglasses, and some red boots. She dances around before suddenly whipping out her boob and starts spraying milk all over the place. Then she carries on twerking and dancing before one festival goer appears and crouches near her in an attempt to catch some of the milk in her mouth. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Well, one person shouted, "Oh shit, Jesus Christ," while others laughed or cheered her on. Yikes. The clip was filmed at the Dirty Bird campout in Southern California and has been doing the rounds on social media ever since it was first posted.
You know, if you happen to get some milk at a festival, I don't see why not.
I mean, it's super healthy for you.
You can't catch COVID from breast milk, can you?
No, I don't believe so. It's an airborne virus.
Yeah. So whatever. Like, what's the problem?
Others defended her, arguing that breast milk is no big deal, to which someone pointed out, the breast milk is not the big deal, but her squirting it like a super soaker is. Fair enough.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. You can't just cover people in fluids if they don't ask first. That's true. But everyone in the video looks pretty happy.
They seem to be having a blast. We'll post
when
the
else
video.
Are you going to see that, you know?
Mm-hmm. When else? Yeah, true. You certainly wouldn't see it at a wedding.
No. We got another story from the same website. A man marries same woman 4 times and divorces her 3 times to get more paid leave.
A man in Taiwan married the same woman 4 times and divorced her 3 times over the course of just a month in a bizarre attempt to get more paid leave from the bank that he worked at.
According to reports from Times Now News, the man works as a clerk at the bank in Taipei. Is there not more than one?
I guess not.
All right. And he fancied his chances of getting some extra holiday. So if you're married, you get 8 days of paid leave in Taipei. So he decided to swing it and get married and then immediately divorce her and then marry her again so he can get 32 days of paid leave.
But the bank wasn't having it.
Whilst they approached the leave for the first 8 days around the initial marriage, they refused all the subsequent requests he made after he divorced her once the 8 days were up and returned to ask for more leave. I mean, duh.
Well, he thought he was entitled to this leave by law, but his employer thought differently. They quickly figured out what he was attempting to do and refused the last 3 leave requests.
Even so, the worker thought that he would just carry right on and go through the marriages and divorces. That's so much paperwork, my dude.
And we know people in Taiwan do not want to deal with paperwork, according to our previous story where people were changing their name to salmon for free sushi.
Yes, they hate it. What are you guys doing? Once that was all done, he filed a grievance with the Taipei City Labor Bureau and accused the bank of breaking the law by refusing his leave. And incredibly, they reviewed the case and ruled in his favor.
The bank was found to have violated Article 2 of the labor leave rules and ordered to pay £512.
Wow. So you got all those days off? Well, I'm sure that they must have given him the days off eventually. And
Yeah,
then he
I mean,
gets
they
512 pounds.
yeah, that's just like a bonus. You gamed the system and you won.
Can you imagine America like fucking gives paid time off for anything, much less a marriage time off?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
have 8 days to get to know your spouse. Enjoy.
I would watch that. Well, I do watch that. I do watch a show where people have like 2 months to get to know their spouse because it's called Married at First Sight, where they marry strangers.
Married at first sight, you said?
Uh huh.
Got it. There was a one that would like premiere. It premiered after The Bachelor. It obviously got canceled, but I think that this ABC was like, we'll get these awful Bachelor audiences to watch this while the Good Doctor's on hiatus. And it was like someone interviewing three, kind of like the dating game where like they're interviewing three people that they can't see.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of having to go on a date with them eventually, they had to like decide, like they got to meet them and then decide to propose there and now.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, like, look, I get it. You want to get married, but like, that's a big leap of faith, isn't it?
Yeah, because everyone's going to be doing their best to be the sassy and the quippy, and they're putting on their best. You're not getting to know somebody.
Do you think sassy and quippy is what people are looking for in a spouse?
In that type of scenario, you're going to go with the person that gives like the best answer, and those are typically like quips.
I'd rather go with the person who sounds like they have the best job in their life together. I don't give a fuck how funny you are. I've been down that road before, sweetie. It's ugly. I'm that road.
Maybe that's why my life is in shambles.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm doing great.
Doing great. I hope you never get lost and confused.
Well, thank you so much. You know who did get lost and confused?
The man in our next story.
According to aunews.yahoo.com, groom almost marries the wrong bride after Google Maps fail.
Google.
Damn you, Google. Not again.
I would believe if it was Apple Maps. I'm honestly shocked it was Google Maps. That's a pretty reliable one. And then with Waze, the headline is man almost runs over his bride when he tries to take a left turn to save 2 minutes on the way to his wedding. Slam!
This is some topical app-related humor, and I am here for it. A groom almost married the wrong bride after following Google Maps and ending up at the wrong wedding where the real groom was running late.
The real groom was not asking for directions because, men don't like to ask for directions. Boom!
Boom! The footage was taken in the province of Central Java on the Indonesian island of Java and was uploaded to social media on Monday, April 5th.
It was filmed at the wedding of the bride, Maria Ulfa, and groom, Burkam Siddiqui. However, the video shows the family and groom from a different wedding who have just discovered they've been taken to the wrong place and hurriedly leaving carrying their gifts in order to get to the proper wedding on time. Ooh, I wonder if the bride did that on purpose. She was like, I don't like his fucking family. I'm going to give them invites that don't have the right address on it. Like, what are the odds that there will be another wedding right at this place?
Right. This is like the end of The Graduate where there's like the two weddings. Anyway.
I actually haven't seen that movie, but I'm proud of you for referencing a movie and not a short story.
Thank you so much. It's called Growth. Look it up.
Oh, hold on really quick. G-R-O... Okay.
The family of a different groom reportedly intended to go to the Lasari hamlet, but ended up at the venue in nearby Jinkoi hamlet, where another wedding was taking place.
Burkham was also running late, so when the wrong groom arrived, who had not been named, they readily greeted him without realizing anything was wrong, as the bride was still getting ready. Oh, shit.
However, a family member eventually realized the mix-up during a conversation with one of the guests at the party moments before the video was filmed as the family leaves the venue.
Yeah, how do you know the groom? Oh, we went to college together. Oh, really? You also went to college in New York? No.
Whoa, boy. Ooh. This is where you pull your collar and you go, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh. That's a fun story.
That's fun. And can you imagine if you'd like gotten down the aisle?
I mean, you I guess, yeah, if your whole fucking half of your party is there, but like eventually they'd be like, who the fuck are these bridesmaids?
I don't recognize her, but also men never like know who the bridesmaids are. Like, even if they know them, I guarantee you most of the groomsmen have a hard time naming a bride's.
They, no.
Yeah,
I don't think that like married men have like facial blindness
it's true. I
where they wouldn't recognize their wife's friends.
yes. I male listeners, I would love to hear from you. Can you name all of your wife's bridesmaids?
Don't double check your old wedding website if you even know the URL to your old wedding website.
I bet only 1 in a million could do it.
1 in a billion?
Hmm. According to the
Oh,
according
that was a shitty segue. I read it wrong. Oh, fuck. Now I'm going to be so embarrassed. All right, read it.
according to the NewYorkDailyNews.com, 2 women busted for trying to use a $1 million bill at a Dollar General store.
Tennessee's Amanda McCormick and relative Linda Johnson sure did try to be millionaires, and now they're paying for it, sort of. The smoking gun reported on Wednesday.
McCormick, 39, tried to pay for several gift cards with counterfeit $1 million bill at the Dollar General in Knoxville area, Maryville, where she was joined by 61-year-old Johnson, according to the police report obtained by the outlet.
Who's fucking, like, did you really think this was going to work?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you they did.
McCormick claimed to receive the bill in the mail from a church, but could not provide the church information. Okay, so you find yourself with $1 million bill, which is that even a thing?
No.
Okay, so you find yourself with $1 million bill. You haven't thought to Google it to find out if it's even a thing. You didn't ask Erica Curry, and then you're like, okay, well, I could take this to my bank, or I could do like number one move of people who steal things from people and go buy a bunch of gift cards.
Mm-hmm. When I first moved to California, I got a job that paid me in advance, and they mailed me a check for like $3,500 to buy supplies like a laptop and all this stuff. And then they said, "Oh my gosh, we overpaid you. Can you send us back 2,000 of that?" And so I took it to the bank because I'd never heard of scams before. And I was like, "Hi, I got this check, but can you just like validate it for me before I wire transfer the money?" And they were like, "Oh, honey, come sit down." And then they had to explain to me like employment scams and that it was a fake check and that I was about to mail somebody $2,000 and then never hear from them again.
Yeah, that's what I had a modeling gig that was like that. That they were like, here's a check for like, I think it was like, may have been 2,000, something like that. And then I took it to the bank, and then they were like, no, this check's not going to happen. How do they know?
I think this happens more than we like to think about. Like,
It must.
yeah. She claims to be using the faux money to buy items for care packages to give to homeless, and that her shopping cart were various items, among them gift cards to different businesses, according to the document.
Johnson reportedly told authorities that she was just tagging along to run errands and was unaware of the money.
Despite the incident's fraud by false pretenses classification, the two were not arrested, though the bill was confiscated and put into evidence.
Interesting. 2 random Tennessee women try to use a $1 million bill and do not get arrested, but a black man allegedly has a fake $20 bill and he gets killed on the street. But hey, they found him guilty. The cop, not
the cop,
not George Floyd. He never got tried. Okay.
He was murdered in the streets.
Big time murdered. According to Pittsburgh.cbslocal.com, a teenager was arrested for a DUI while operating Amish buggy in Lawrence County. Rumspringa, baby.
Rumspringa. For those of you who don't know, that is the period of time when an Amish person can go live amongst the us. They can drink, they can smoke, they can do all of these things that they're not typically allowed to do within their religion. And if they choose, they come back and say, I've tried the outside world, I'm not into it. That's a Rumspringa.
Yeah. So in Wilmington, Pennsylvania, 18-year-old was arrested on January 31st for a DUI after crashing an Amish buggy in Lawrence County.
According to the Pennsylvania State Police, John Byler of Wilmington, Pennsylvania, was traveling along State Route 18 in an Amish buggy when PennDOT snowplow had startled the horse carrying the buggy, causing it to crash into a ditch along the road.
Can you get a DUI if the horse is what's driving the thing?
Technically, you're steering the horse. You can get a DUI riding a horse.
Really?
Yes.
What's the horse going to do?
I mean,
the horse isn't going to crash into another's horse.
Well, evidently this one crashed into a ditch.
Fine. Byler had minor injuries, and the passenger in the buggy with Byler sustained major injuries. Whoa.
Byler told the police that he did not have a recollection of what happened to the horse to make it startle.
He appeared under the influence, and it was discovered that he had a blood alcohol level of 0.125%. Woo, that's drunk.
That's drunk. Like, that's white girl wasted.
What's 0.08 gets you a DUI in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah. 1.5 times the legal limit.
Did I tell you about that stupid fucking show that I saw that was like all about like game wardens?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a scene in that show where they were like the ones on the water, like, Texas game wardens, they were like on the lake or something like that. And they're like, got the intense music playing and they're looking around with their binoculars and they're like, over there, life jacket. That woman doesn't have a life jacket. And then the woman's like, and the female cop's like, are you fucking serious? And they turn like the boat and whatever. And like, they make it seem like this whole dramatic thing. The whole thing, they're getting pulled over just because they don't have a life jacket. They're like, are you drunk? And the way that they have the edits cut, like before commercial, like seems like he's like stumbling off of the jet ski. He wasn't, but it's just like, God, that show is fucking boring. What a bunch of dicks. Their whole job is just to give tickets.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just
no,
felt
that's
triggered.
All right. Cass, I support your right to free speech.
Thank you. So are you ready then?
Oh, I'm ready. I was born ready.
Well, then it's time for the dumpster fire of the week. Pillow.
According to TheGuardian.com, Mike Lindell's new free speech network won't let you use the Lord's name in vain.
The MyPillow CEO, with a fierce allegiance to Trump's, thinks that it will put Twitter and YouTube out of business, but will ban swearing and blasphemy.
Mike Lindell, the man best known for his internet pillow company, MyPillow, as well as for his... Oh, you just said all that. He is set to launch a new free speech platform this week and thinks it will put YouTube and Twitter out of business. But it turns out the limits to what users can say by stopping them from, among other things, taking the Lord's name in vain.
How much fucking money did he make off these pillows? Like, why are we talking about this guy?
How good can these pillows truly be?
Like, that he has the capital to buy a network?
It's the new, supposed to be the new frontier in free speech. However, you can't use the 4 swear words, the C word, the N word, the F word, or the Lord's name in vain, he explained on the video landing page for Frank, the new social network.
C word, N word, F word, or God, Jesus. I mean,
in vain.
You can bring up God in conversation as long as you're not,
Yeah, using his name in vain.
It's an attempt to differentiate itself from other anything goes conservative leaning social network platforms because those do get racist quick. Lindell, a Christian, has laid out the type of speech his users will not be able to freely use. Lindell, the, let's say, creatively minded political theorist who was banned from Twitter earlier this year for his persistent lies about how Trump actually won the 2020 election, met with the former president in January, apparently urging him to consider martial law to defend the claim. And he said that he's hired private investigators to look into why Fox News won't book him anymore. If you're too crazy for Fox News,
Mm-hmm.
you are fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, OAN is the other conservative, extremely conservative news channel, and they're batshit insane.
According to Wikipedia, Mike Lindell's net worth is $300 million as of 2018. For pillows?
People love pillows. You got to sleep. You spend a third of your life on pillows.
But what did he invent? Is Mike Lindell a scientist?
Not that I know of. I don't believe so.
If this guy wasn't so fucking crazy, he would have a nice career on fucking Shark Tank. You know, just being one of the sharks. But instead, he's a total cuckoo banana. And that's me being nice. He said, free speech is not pornography. Free speech is not, I'm going to kill you. Okay. You're right. Well, no, actually, you're wrong.
Yeah. People are going to have more followers, Lindell told Steve Bannon recently. 10 times more followers.
Ooh, Steve Bannon will finally be an influencer.
Yikes. In a shocking move, Lindell has admitted that criticism of Trump will be permitted on the site.
He's also being sued by voting machine manufacturer Dominion for $1.3 billion over his personal free speech about the election.
Yeah. And I hope that Dominion takes him to the cleaners.
I hope they take everybody that they're suing to the cleaners, to be honest. They're suing like Rudy Giuliani and Trump and all kinds of people. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were making libelous false claims about them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It is so nice living in an existence where Trump doesn't have a platform that I see often.
Right.
He issues press releases, but he can't just like tweet from the toilet when he adult poops his pants every time he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's thankfully not the president anymore. So like all the news outlets aren't like as obsessed with them. They had to find other bad news, you know, such as making people afraid to get vaccines while simultaneously telling them to get them. I'm coming for you, New York Times. I know.
Uh-oh.
I know. Hey, I love you, but you're no better than anybody else with this scare tactic shit with the vaccines. And they listen to this podcast, so I know what I'm risking here.
Michael Barbara of The Daily, also another listener of this podcast.
Michael Barbaro. Yeah. Michael, give me a kiss. I want to kiss you.
Oh my goodness. Are you hoarding anything this week?
Yes, I am. I'm hoarding actors who only play villains.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm watching all the Marvel movies. But so this is like the longest time there's a long time since I've just watched like this many movies in general, but like you get like these classic villain actors. Like you've got Corey Stoll plays villains a lot. Corey Stoll, certified hottie man. Was just in he was the villain in Ant-Man. And you know, I don't know. I looked and I was like, I can't think of like a lot of roles that he's ever played where he's been like not the bad guy. In a sense, he was in House of Cards and he was a troubled person, but he was kind of a bad guy. So I don't know. I just love that. Like, imagine being an actor and then, you know, just kind of getting typecast as a villain all the time. And like, I wonder if you just kind of think like, what Well, not really how I saw myself, but the bank doesn't mind.
Yeah, those checks cash just like anybody else's.
They sure do.
Can you imagine being the type of actor that gets typecast as like a Nazi repeatedly or like a Klansman? Because like there are people that make their living doing that type of work too, and that must suck to be that kind of villain.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, because yes, you're just fit the description. Like, I'm trying to think of, there was a guy in the Guardians of the Galaxy who plays he plays like the guy who was kind of a father figure to what's his face, Chris. God, I'm floundering here. Do you not
Oh,
help
Chris
me?
Pine, yeah,
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
I needed someone to say the wrong Chris so I could get the right one. This is hard, all these Chris's. Chris Pratt's like father figure kind of person, like who he's like blue with the mohawk and he whistles with the arrow. That
Mondu,
actor.
Mondu.
Yeah. Yeah. So that actor plays villains a lot. Like he was like a fucking asshole in Walking Dead, and he's kind of questionably like a villain for like the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. What are you hoarding?
I'm hoarding a real life villain, an evil person. There's a documentary on Discovery Plus called, or it's about Onision, the YouTuber. And
Okay.
he is a fucked up figure in YouTube and has a long standing history of abuse and misgenders his partner, constantly like takes in younger fans and abuses them. And he is fucked up. And Discovery Plus did a 3-part documentary about him, and it is so good. And I wish more people would know about it so they'd stop watching his videos. But he is a real life villain.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Erica, Discovery Plus?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone who subscribes to that.
Well, I did a 7-day free trial to watch this Onision documentary, and then I quickly logged off.
You know what you can get with Discovery Plus? That fucking show about Texas game wardens. Interesting. So in Onision in real life, he looks kind of like a butthole. So that makes sense.
Yeah, bad dude. Are you throwing anything away?
This is controversial, but you know what? What isn't coming out of my mouth, right? I'm a saucy figure. I'm looking for places to eat for, like, I just need one goddamn dinner in San Francisco. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why so many Italian places?
Yeah, I was going to suggest an Italian place in San Francisco to you.
Which one?
I'll tell you off air. I can't remember the name.
All right. I'm not coming down on Italian food necessarily. I'm not throwing out Italian food. You know what I am? I'm throwing out Italian food.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
There's too many Italian restaurants. And sometimes I don't want to eat Italian food.
You have the choice as an American to not eat Italian food.
But why so many Italian restaurants?
Because of the immigrants that came there that founded these restaurants.
Oh, God. Fine. I wanted to throw out the fact that there's too many Italian restaurants in San Francisco, but now I'm an asshole because I'm coming down on Italian immigrants. Ugh. Plus, Italian food is pretty delicious. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just grumpy because I had a hard time finding a place to eat, and I don't know. I don't always crave pasta, you know?
House of Nanking is some of the best food I've ever had in San Francisco.
Where is that? What kind of food is it?
It's Asian food.
Okay. All right, you really talked me off that edge. I apologize to all of our Italian listeners. What are you throwing out?
Well, mine's food related as well. I'm throwing away those fucking cloud and ghost kitchens that are popping up on Postmates and Uber Eats and all of the food delivery apps where they have just one kitchen that makes, 15 different types of food and it's from one address. Or they take a restaurant and they ghost kitchen the fuck out of it, and like you order pizza and wings and then it's straight up from Chuck E. Cheese's, but they've rebranded. And
Oh my God, I didn't know this was a thing.
yeah, ghost kitchens and cloud kitchens are two different things, but they're doing the things I'm describing, and it is fucked up sometimes.
Whoa, dude.
No one's going to order takeaway pizza from Chuck E. Cheese's, but when they take photos of the food and they rebrand it, you don't know you're ordering Chuck E. Cheese, and then boom, there it is.
So people are scamming people.
I think they're scams, and it pisses me off.
They're not just like cooking the food themselves, like they're scamming people.
Straight up, yeah.
Wow.
Where can the people find you, Cassandra?
You can find me at Cass Cardenas on Instagram and Twitter. Also, you can find me on episode 310 of All American. You can watch that on the CW online. It's free.
Hell yeah! It's awesome. I have it recorded. I can't wait to watch.
How fun. If you don't know what's going on in the plot of the show, neither do I. I'm a brand new character, and I went into it as a brand new character because I'm a method actress. Where do they find you, Erica?
You can find me at Iconic Erica Curry on Instagram and at Gillygal on Twitter. And you can find this podcast at Trashy Trashy Pod on Instagram and on Twitter, or always at our website, www.trashytrashypodcast.com.
Go to trashytrashypodcast.com and fill out that why you are trash this week and give us some Vegas stories, please. They can remain anonymous, but we're looking for your Vegas stories.
Yeah, we are still trying to get up to 100 reviews for this month, the month of April. So if you are listening and you haven't gone to the iTunes charts, please head on over there and give us a 5-star review. It really does help us out.
Yeah, or have your mom do it.
Have your mom do it. We are still running a contest. We will find an alternative prize. Again, the cheese is sold out. We did our best.
Oh, well. We love you anyways.
We love you, little trash cans. Hey, Cass.
What's going on, girl?
Stay garbage.
You stay garbage.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye.